is Nicole Fornash, and I'm with Accurate Mechanical Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing from Chillicothe, Ohio. And the products I use the most within Davisware and GE are creating service orders, the dispatch board quite a bit daily, and setting up service agreements and renewing service agreements. So we actually are expanding our business development team to do solely selling preventative maintenance agreements. So the volume is increasing tremendously. We have several people who are selling preventative maintenance agreements, and that's throughout the state. So I set up all of those agreements. It ranges anywhere between 5 a week to, we could sell an entire school system, which is 15 schools, so anywhere between 5 a week and 30 a week, and that's pretty consistent. I will say that the support I have received has been fantastic. I've used other systems in the past, and in using this system, I've felt like it's very user-friendly and intuitive, but I have run into things that I did not know how to handle or how to execute, or even just problems that came up, and each time it's been resolved within the same day. I've gotten email updates, a ticket is opened usually, and then someone will be assigned to it. They'll reach out, make sure they understand the issue. They usually, figure out whatever is happening, keep me updated throughout the day, give me an estimated response as to when they think it'll be resolved, and every time it's been resolved. Sometimes it's something that I've done incorrectly, which is fine as long as I learn that as I go. But yeah, everything has been completely positive. I've never been told we don't know what it is, we don't know why. It's always been taken care of, which is fantastic. I've also met some of the people on your staff that train, and I've learned a lot. It's been wonderful. Just thinking back to other systems that I've used, we did not utilize the dispatch board, and to me, in the CSR role, dispatching technicians, it's invaluable to us. We need to be able to see where everybody is at all times, how much availability they have, just the different codes on the calls. I can tell if they're traveling, if they've seen it but haven't started, if they've started, if they're finished. If they continued it, I know they need to go back. So I haven't had that in other systems, so that's tremendously helpful to us, just for scheduling incoming service calls all day long. And I'd say that's probably the biggest thing, is the dispatch board, but also it's helping keep us organized in a way that I haven't been able to do in the past without that visual. I know the rest of my team really relies on the board and the way we have it organized, and the fact that we don't just look at what the service techs are doing. We can also see parts that have come in, service calls where parts are on order, so we're holding on those. So that's helped tremendously with organization of all of our team of technicians, and then the bigger picture of repairs and preventative maintenance agreements and just scheduling everything. The system does allow us to keep our customers updated and informed, and that's very important. Many times following a service call, if they didn't get a chance to see the technician, they had to step out, or they maybe didn't even they did talk to him, but they didn't understand exactly what he said, like, we think we need a part, but we're not sure. They call in to us, and we can let them know. I can see with one glance at the board, okay, yes, we're ordering a part. This is where it stands. I'll go to the notes tab. I'll read the technician's notes and explain what he found. So at a glance, we know what the status is of their particular repair or situation. Sometimes we give them the good news that it's all fixed, nothing more to come. One invoice, that'll be it, everything's set. But it saves us time trying to scramble and figure out what is the status of their issue, because to them that's the most important thing. You know, it's too hot or it's too cold, and how can you fix that? How quickly? When will you be here? What's happening? And we're able to find that information very, very easily. From the CSR perspective and from the client relations perspective, we have two main goals, which is to set our technicians up for success and serve our clients. So with those two things in mind, our goal is to take the service call, get the best information, choose the best technician for that particular issue, and then send them to that site. We want to send them with the best information we can so they know what the problem is, where the unit is, as much detail as we can, and we're putting all of that on their service order. So they're seeing that immediately. As soon as they see that on their phone, they are starting to travel to that site. They know what they've been told. They know the information that we as the CSR have also added and kind of gotten from the customer. They know certain things are important, but not everything. So we're giving them as much information as we can to go to that site and be successful. The guys are then going, taking care of the issue, diagnosing it. If they're able to fix it on site, that's wonderful. If not, they're going to put in their information as far as what parts are needed or a quote is needed. And then we in the office immediately are going to see that when that's completed, and when their notes are completed on the site before they leave, then we're going to start from the office perspective. We're going to start working on quoting that repair. The goal is to do it as quickly as possible. So we're working with vendors to get the pricing, getting that quote together, also doing all of that through Davis Ware, and then ultimately getting that quote out to the customer. And then we're just continuing on from there, trying to get that approval so that we can get the parts ordered and finalize taking care of whatever the issue is. So we're involving the CSRs, the technicians, and if need be, our warehouse personnel to make sure that we diagnose the issue, repair it, and the customer is back in good shape. I absolutely would recommend Davis Ware to especially other HVAC and mechanical companies. That's the perspective that I have. That's my usage of it. Having used other systems and then comparing them to Davis Ware, I just find the various tabs to be so self-explanatory. Where I have a labor tab, okay, I know I'm looking at my labor here. I always need to see the technician's notes, I'm looking here. File room, here are my documents that pertain to this customer. To me, it just seems very user-friendly, obvious where to find the information. It's anyone I've trained has picked it up very easily. It's been all around a good system that I've enjoyed learning and working in.